This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from the upcoming Theater Cedar Rapids production of Next Fall, director Angie Toomsen.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
Nice to see you again, Angie.
Hi, thanks for having me.
And Scott Humeston from the cast. Scott, nice to see you.
Good morning, Dennis.
Great to have you both here. Who wants to give me the thumbnail plot sketch of Next Fall to start us out?
I believe that would be Angie.
Okay. So Next Fall is a really beautiful play. It's about a relationship between two men, and the interesting thing is they have very differing perspectives on faith and just how they view the way they live, and it's a fascinating conflict. It's very relevant, and it's not just the two of them, but also because of an event that happens, a really kind of catastrophic event happens. It brings other people into the mix, and family members and such. And one of them is one of the characters' dad, who is pretty intolerant of his way of life. So
That's one
bring,
way
yeah.
Scott, lean in
Yeah.
just a little
Sure.
closer to that
Yeah.
microphone there.
So it's it sounds very heavy, and there are some serious things happening, but it's also very, very funny. It's kind of like the Neil Simon or the Woody Allen sort of New York comedy, but it has a lot more kind of gravity to it, and it feels very, very current and important.
And because looking in from the outside, you would think that it doesn't occur to people right away to explore this idea of kind of the fundamental discontinuity that might be involved in two men who are in a gay relationship, and then how the Christian faith of one or both of them would impact that.
Yeah, how they reconcile that, and then I'll let Scott talk. But the other interesting thing is, there are four people who are call themselves Christian in the play, but they all approach it differently, and I think it just opens up a conversation about faith and intolerance, not just to the guys, but also there's some intolerance to people who are some predisposed notions of people who are Christian and what they think, assuming what everyone thinks about everything is
Right,
is wrong.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and because we have Facebook, we know.
Right,
we know
exactly.
how everybody else thinks, right?
Right.
Yeah. We don't need to answer. We don't need to worry about these questions anymore because we know.
Exactly.
Scott, I sense from the sidelong glances that Angie gave you when we were talking about the part of the intolerant dad that that's your part.
It is. It is. He kind of. That's one of I think the beautiful things about this script. It's a really well written script, and I think it's very even handed as far as its depiction of, as Angie said, the different approaches to faith and tolerance and everything. And I'm on the complete end of the spectrum. So yeah, he's not having much of it. So
It would be pretty. It's a pretty easy question, but also one that that every actor deals with. How do you play a character who believes things differently than you do? So I'm not going to ask you that question. I'm not going to ask you that question.
It is completely different from what my belief set, but that's one of the, as you know, one of the enjoyable things about acting. We get to put ourselves in someone else's skin, and early on in the rehearsal process, we talked about that. Angie asked me what it was that I wanted to accomplish in portraying this character, and I said that I didn't want him to come off as a caricature. And
that was actually my question.
Right.
How do you keep from, for a character who obviously their role in the play is to espouse this position, how do you keep that from becoming a caricature?
Well, I think you just have to. The way I would approach it and have approached it is that I think everyone tries to do the best that they can, and I think given this character's circumstances and everything, he's doing the best that he can with what he has. So I try to approach it from that, and he feels that he has his beliefs, and like anyone does, and that they're they're strong and they're right.
Angie, it sounds like the script helps a lot, though, in this case, because it would be very easy to look at this and say, "Oh, this is a play about bashing a certain belief system." But it sounds to me like the playwright really did a lot of hard work to try and make it even-handed, at least in that the characters, let you understand why they believe what they believe.
Yeah, and the author Jeffrey Knox, he is very fascinated by faith and really kind of understanding how different people come at it. And I think it's in all cases it's about empathy for all of these people. To me that's why I do theater, is it's sort of an empathic act. It's understanding everyone. And with Scott's character, I have a lot of sympathy for Scott's character, even though he says some things I'm like, that's really makes me mad. And obviously, if in my life, if someone said that to someone else, I'd be mad. But when we approach the characters, I really want to help them unlock what's happening under the surface, because I think we're all kind of operating from these kind of essential, kind of core fundamental places of love or fear. And if you go from there, then it's just it's all mindset, and we from there we can kind of see that, that's not who this person really is, even though he behaves that way. And I think that's part of what the play is trying to get at.
And I think Angie touched on a very important thing. I think with what the playwright's done with all of these characters, whether you believe wholeheartedly with their belief system or if you have issue with their belief system, that a lot of belief systems are shaped and formed out of people's fears of things. But he's very even-handed, whether it's
He shows everybody's
fears, weaknesses, and so whether they're the right-wing Christian or the atheist or the New Age approach to, a belief system, we get to pick away and look at their fears and their foibles, as it were.
Well, Angie, you said that there's a lot of lighthearted and fun in this too. It's not quite as heavy as we've gotten here, but so it really sounds like it just really runs the gamut.
Yeah, it's so the dialogue and Luke and Adam is quite witty, and the character, I think the character Adam especially, he's kind of like that kind of classic, I'll say Woody Allen again, quick thinking guy, very funny
very sarcastic.
lines, very sarcastic, and there's some funny things that happen. So when their dad comes to the apartment because he doesn't know about his son's life and the way he's living, they're trying to sort of hide it, and some very comedic things happen in that scene. It's quite funny. So yeah.
The play is next fall. It opens Friday the 13th and runs through the 28th.
Yeah,
January 28th.
Yep.
Yeah.
At Theater Cedar Rapids, and of course you can go online to theatercr.org for tickets, or call the box office, which is also on the website. Or if you're watching on the video right now, it will magically appear underneath our pictures right at this moment. Well, sounds like it's been an interesting process, pulling the cast together and trying to bring all these disparate elements into a coherent show. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And good luck with the run, and hope to see you both again soon.
Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis.